Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Virbank City, where today the Virbank Venom are hosting the Goldenrod Giants, and more importantly it is 7th place versus 7th place. Now the Giants are going to start out with Porygon Z and Kangaskhan, whereas Nidoqueen and the Cantonian Grass starter Venusaur are going to start out for the Venom. Now let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, the Virbank Venom or the Goldenrod Giants. As I said, both teams are tied for 7th place, so unless we get a draw, which I've never had before in the Elite Challenge League, one of these teams is going to end up above the other after this matchup. Now, stockpiles coming from Porygon Z to start off this matchup. So Porygon Z is going to boost its defense and special defenses to start this game off. Now, Kangaskhan, so the Goldenrod Giants have the speed advantage. Goes with a Rock Blast, targeting Venusaur. Gets that first hit. There's 2. See if we can get all 5. It's got 3. Only gets 3 hits this time. Venusaur has its opportunity to respond. And it's going to go with a Metal Claw, targeting Porygon Z, who has those defense boosts. But Venusaur will get that attack boost after doing that Metal Claw. It'll be very beneficial as this matchup goes on. We get a lunge now coming from Nidoqueen, also targeting Porygon Z, doing much more damage than that Metal Claw did. Now, as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle. If we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. Kangaskhan now goes with a Thunder Fang. Goes for Nidoqueen, who's a poison ground type, so it doesn't affect Nidoqueen being immune to ground type attacks. Being immune to electric type attacks. As we get an Aeroblast coming from Porygon Z, and it eliminates Venusaur with that super effective move. A massive hit there. So that attack boost clearly didn't benefit Venusaur, but well done by Porygon Z to get that elimination, the first elimination of this game. Toxtricity in its low-key form comes out for the Virbank Venom. Its amp form being a member of the Lumiose Lightning. As Toxtricity is an electric poison type. And Kangaskhan goes with that Fire Spin. Welcoming Toxtricity to the field. Toxtricity is going to be trapped in that Fury Vortex. It's going to take damage from that Fire Spin in between turns. Porygon Z goes with a Thunder Fang. Again, they target Nidoqueen with those Thunder Fangs, which have no effect. Nidoqueen responds with a Roost, but its health is already at 100%. Toxtricity now goes for its first move of the matchup and goes with a Head Smash. Porygon Z avoids that attack. That would have had some recoil damage there for Toxtricity, but would have been a massive and probably very impressive move to see. You have to think it might have actually eliminated Porygon Z. Kangaskhan, fastest Pokemon on the field, goes with a Shadow Ball, continuing to focus on Toxtricity since it's come onto the field. A very decent hit, almost getting Toxtricity down into the yellow, but not quite. Porygon Z now goes with a Glare, going for Toxtricity, but it doesn't affect the electric type, so it won't be paralyzed on this turn. Power Gem now coming from Nidoqueen, and that's going for Porygon Z. Gets it down into the yellow, doesn't do a great deal of damage, however. The Giants still with that massive speed advantage. Toxtricity going with a Sludge Bomb, so it's going to get that stab boost being a poison type move. And it'll leave Kangaskhan poisoned, so Kangaskhan's going to be taking damage in between turns. There is a perfect example of it, taking it down into the yellow as well, as Toxtricity gets taken down into the yellow with that Fire Spin. Both Pokemon actually leaving each other with some status conditions there. Porygon Z now. Going with that Eerie Spell. And this does hit Nidoqueen. A huge hit taking Nidoqueen down into the yellow with that super effective move. Nidoqueen's Metronome is also reduced by 3. Kangaskhan goes to follow up, goes to the Volt Tackle, and they continue. That's the 3rd electric type move they've gone for on Nidoqueen. That ground typing being very beneficial as Nidoqueen goes with the Dragon Dart, so it's going to hit both Kangaskhan and Porygon Z in this turn. A very good move, chipping away both normal types there. Toxtricity now. Goes with the Crush Claw. Has the potential to actually finish somebody off here. Goes for Porygon Z, and Porygon Z hangs in there as Kangaskhan takes that poisoning damage. So now Kangaskhan and Porygon Z are both in the red. Toxtricity again taking damage from that Fire Spin. Now Virbank Venom need a victory here. They've lost their last 2 games, so they're slipping down the ladder. They've consistently been sitting around the top 5, top 4. So now that they're 7th, they are on their way to slipping out of the 8, and if they lose today, they potentially could. Porygon Z goes with a Gravity. It's not actually going to bring anyone down to the ground. There's no flying types or anyone levitating or on the field at the moment. Ember coming from Kangaskhan. Continuing to target Toxtricity. Toxtricity still hanging in there, not quite in the red. Nidoqueen goes with the Energy Ball. And targets Porygon Z, and that will finish Porygon Z off. So Porygon is eliminated from this matchup. Toxtricity with its opportunity to focus solely on Kangaskhan and get the lead for the Venom. But instead goes with a Teleport. So it's actually going to go back to the bench, and we're going to have a different Pokemon come out in Toxtricity's place. Don't be confused though, Toxtricity is still in this matchup. And it's Crobat who comes out for the Virbank Venom. Kangaskhan takes that damage there from the poisoning, and that will eliminate Kangaskhan. Wow, I did not expect that. Kangaskhan is out of this battle, so the Virbank Venom have taken the lead. As I said, Crobat comes onto the field for Toxtricity. Crobat being the #1 drafted Pokemon for the Virbank Venom. And we have Stoutland coming out for the Goldenrod Giants. And it gets joined there by Double. Stoutland's Intimidate ability is going to lower the attack stat of Crobat and Nidoqueen. I still remember Stoutland very early in the season hitting a very impressive guillotine. See if we can see it do anything like that today. Crobat now. He's going to go with a Vine Whip. It hits Stoutland with that welcome to the field. Double with its opportunity. Goes with the Magical Leaf. Targeting Nidoqueen there. Taking Nidoqueen down into the red. Stoutland could actually finish it off here. But instead opts to go with a Calm Mind. So Stoutland's going to look to boost its stats here. Very beautiful Calm Mind there. Boosts its special attack stat and special defense. Now Nidoqueen goes with the Tri Attack. A move actually commonly associated with Porygon, who we did see get eliminated just a short while ago by Nidoqueen. Very good hit there on Double though. Now Crobat, one of the quickest Pokemon in the Elite Challenge League, so usually should expect it to go first. Goes with a Fire Blast. Targets Double, does massive damage and gets the elimination with a critical hit. So Double has been taken out already by the Virbank Venom. Very impressive showing there. They've got the last 3 eliminations in this matchup. Stoutland's going to go with a Payback. Fitting move, and it's going to target Crobat there. Very good hit, almost taking Crobat down in the yellow, so but still hanging on in the green. Fury Attack now coming from Nidoqueen. Gets that first hit on the Stoutland. Does very minimal damage though. It's got 3. Only gets 3 hits this time, as we'll be having the 5th Pokemon come out for the Goldenrod Giants. And this matchup is not going the way the Giants want, as they send out Licky onto the field. Licky has that 110 HP stat. Now, it's actually only the 4th best HP stat on the Goldenrod Giants. Crobat goes with a Hex. Doesn't affect Stoutland, as the Goldenrod Giants are immune to all Ghost type attacks. Sticky Web though, coming from Stoutland, looking to slow down any Pokemon who come onto the field for the Virbank Venom. Nidoqueen, who's been in this matchup since the very beginning, don't forget, goes for a Defog, looking to lower the evasiveness of Licky, making an easier target there. As well as getting rid of that Sticky Web already. Fantastic move there by Nidoqueen, as we get a Belly Drum coming from Licky, so it's going to lower its health to 50%. But surprisingly, still just keeps it in the green, so there you go. But it will maximize its attack stat there. Now, Goldenrod Giants, they're on a 2-game winning streak. They want that 3rd today. They want to get comfortable in the 8. They want to get further up if they can. As we get an Acupressure coming from Crobat. Crobat boosts its defenses. Stoutland now. Goes with the Echoed Voice. So it goes for Nidoqueen and finishes it off. So Nidoqueen has been eliminated by Stoutland there. It's very good for the Goldenrod Giants. That's what they need. They need to get another elimination on the board if they can. As we get a String Shot coming from Licky. So that's going to greatly lower the speed stat of Crobat. Again, that very impressive. It's 130 that speed. So very impressive. This Toxtricity comes back out to the field for the Virbank Venom now. Its health is in the yellow, so it could potentially be eliminated very quick. It needs to do some very effective moves. Stoutland though has an opportunity to take it down here. Goes with a Tearful Look though, so doesn't go for the offensive attack. And continues to focus on Crobat here. Now Toxtricity is going to go with a Leaf Blade. Targeting Licky. Decent hit there, Licky getting taken down into the yellow. As we get a Skull Bash set up from Crobat, so it's going to boost its defenses again. see it finish that Skull Bash potentially off in the second turn, unless somebody on the Goldenrod Giants can take it down first. Now Licky goes with a Shadow Claw. And it is going to target Crobat. A very good hit, but Crobat's hanging in there, still in the yellow. Both hitting Toxtricity in the yellow, as is Licky. Stoutland is heavily in the green. And Stoutland goes with a Sweet Scent. Looks like it's going to focus on Crobat there. So Crobat, apologies. It targets both Crobat and Toxtricity alone, both of their evasiveness, making them an easier target for future moves. Toxtricity goes with Nortotomize though, so it's actually now making itself a harder target. I apologize again more. Toxtricity boosted its speed, made itself nimble as Crobat hits that Skull Bash onto Licky, who is still in the game. So did not get eliminated there. Licky going with a Struggle Bug. This is going to hit both the Virbank Venom, taking them both down into the red, but it's not very effective on the poison typing. Crobat and Toxtricity do have their special attack lowered though. Now, as always, in our description below, we do have a link to our Instagram page where you can get regular ladder and fixture updates, as well as our matchup of the week. Toxtricity going with a Force Palm. This will be super effective. Going for Stoutland, a huge hit, and Stoutland's taken down into the red and left paralyzed. So Stoutland may not be able to get future moves off. Crobat has that opportunity to finish off, goes with a Fissure. And it's going to connect with a one-hit KO move onto Stoutland. Stoutland already having very minimal health left, but still always impressive to see a one-hit KO move connect. And we'll get a bind now coming from Licky. In response, does target Crobat here. And Crobat gets taken down with a critical hit from Licky there. So we now have 3 Pokemon remaining on the Virbank Venom. I'm amazed that Toxtricity is actually still hanging in here. As we get Nidoking coming out onto the field, it would not be very happy knowing that Nidoking was taken down earlier. And as always, Nidoking is amazing. Always remember that. And we have Snorlax, another Pokemon with very impressive HP coming out for the Goldenrod Giants. Its HP is 160 base. And again, there's still Blissey on the Goldenrod Giants, who is not here today, who has 255, as we get a Core Enforcer coming from Toxtricity. And this will finish Licky off. So Snorlax is the last Pokemon remaining for the Goldenrod Giants, and there are still 3 Pokemon left for the Virbank Venom. Snorlax has a very big task, as Nidoking sets up a light screen, boosting its team's defenses against special moves. Snorlax, more of a physical hit, is going to go with a Body Slam. And it's going to target Nidoking there, and a massive hit, taking it down into the yellow already. So Snorlax is the only Pokemon on the field at the moment with its health in the green. We still have 1 Pokemon though on the bench for the Virbank Venom. We don't know who that is yet, but we're going to get a Volt Tackle coming from Toxtricity. It's going to get that stab boost. Massive there, taking Snorlax down into the yellow, but Toxtricity gets that recoil damage and eliminates itself with that Volt Tackle. That could have big implications for this matchup. Nidoking needs to hit hard, and hit hard now, as it goes for a Thunderbolt, another electric type move. And gets Snorlax down into the red, so it's a good follow-up there by Nidoking doing what it has to do. Snorlax is going to focus solely on Nidoking, goes with a Fire Lash. And that'll get Nidoking down into the red, but Nidoking hangs on, has its defense low, but it is hanging in there. As we have the last Pokemon, Dragalge, coming out for the Virbank Venom, a Dragon Poison type. Dragalge having done very well so far this season. It is very slow, but it is quicker than Snorlax, so that speed advantage is on the side of the Virbank Venom. And Nidoking goes with a Recover. And Nidoking gets a massive health restoration there, as Dragalge sets up its move and goes with a lovely kiss, looking to put Snorlax to sleep. So Snorlax has been put to sleep. It won't be able to use its patented rest and restore all of its health. Again, that speed advantage still on the side of the Virbank Venom, as Nidoking has itself back in the green. And it's going to go with a Retaliate. This could get the job done here. And it does! Nidoking gets that elimination. And the Virbank Venom have won this matchup, as Snorlax is eliminated. A huge victory for the Virbank Venom, breaking that 2-game losing streak. So this will definitely keep them in the 8. Whereas the Goldenrod Giants might slip back out of the 8, depending on how the rest of the round lines up. But the Virbank Venom with a very good win today. Very impressive over the Giants. Next week, they'll be hosting the Santaloon Swarm in Virbank City, so that should be a good matchup. I look forward to that one, as the Santaloon Swarm have been trying to make their way back up the ladder. Whereas the Goldenrod Giants don't want these losses to continue, but they will be facing the Viridian Fissure next week, and they know how a Fissure feels. They Stoutland experienced it today. But next week, when they host the Viridian Fissure, you have to think the Goldenrod Giants will have a big advantage, because the Viridian Fissure have had a very poor season so far. Actually, speaking of Fissures, there's that connection onto Stoutland. Very impressive by Crobat hitting that move. Even Licky though, great response taking Crobat down. But both of these sides hanging around that 8 line. Very good matchup, very back and forth. What you love to see. Toxtricity did very well, lasting quite a while in this matchup, especially at very low health. And eventually actually taking itself out. But I'd say to a massive benefit to its team. Getting that huge hit on Snorlax. Here's that Volt Tackle that took out Toxtricity. Huge hit on Snorlax. Favoured Virbank Venom greatly and set them up to be able to take down the giant sleeping Pokemon. But as always, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you like what you saw, leave a like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, always remember, you are awesome. And I will speak to you next time.